Hey everyone, I'm Mr. Willis, and welcome back to You Will Love AP Gov. Thanks for joining me for another video on one of the required Supreme Court cases for AP U.S. government. Today's video will examine Citizens United versus the Federal Election Commission, one of the most controversial and consequential Supreme Court cases in modern political history that reshaped the rules around campaign finance and free speech, especially concerning corporations and political spending. If you're taking notes for your AP class or prepping for the AP exam, remember to click on the link below and download the free guided notebook page to make it easier to follow along. Let's get at it. The case began when Citizens United, a conservative nonprofit organization, produced a film called Hillary the Movie during the 2008 Democratic primary season. The film was critical of then Senator Hillary Clinton and was intended to dissuade voters from supporting her presidential campaign. Citizens United wanted to air the film and promote it through video on demand, but this raised concerns under the Bipartisan Campaign Reform Act of 2002, also known as the McCain-Feingold Act. The law prohibited corporations and unions from using their general treasury funds for electioneering communications or broadcasts that mention a candidate shortly before an election. The Federal Election Commission argued that airing the film violated this rule. Citizens United challenged the law, claiming it infringed on their First Amendment rights, and the case made its way to the Supreme Court. The legal issue before the court was, does the First Amendment protect the right of corporations to spend money on independent political communications during elections? In a 5-4 decision, the Supreme Court ruled in favor of Citizens United. Justice Anthony Kennedy wrote the majority opinion, holding that political spending is a form of protected speech under the First Amendment. The court struck down restrictions on independent expenditures by corporations and unions, arguing that the government cannot suppress political speech based on the speaker's identity, whether an individual or a corporation. It's important to note that the ruling did not allow corporations to donate directly to candidates through campaign contributions. Instead, it permitted them to spend unlimited money independently to advocate for or against candidates. The court emphasized that such independent expenditures do not pose a sufficient risk of corruption to justify restrictions. In a lengthy dissent, Justice John Paul Stevens warned that the ruling would undermine the integrity of democratic elections by allowing corporate wealth to dominate political discourse. He argued that the government had a compelling interest in preventing corruption and maintaining public trust in electoral processes. Citizens United versus the FEC dramatically altered the campaign finance landscape by equating financial expenditures with political expression. The immediate result of Citizens United was a surge in political spending, especially by super PACs and independent political action committees that can raise and spend unlimited sums. Critics argue that this has given disproportionate influence to wealthy donors and special interest groups, while supporters maintain it enhances free speech and political participation. The case remains a flashpoint in debates over money in politics, free speech, and the balance between democratic equality and individual liberty. And that's everything you need to know about Citizens United versus the Federal Elections Commission. You can click here for additional videos for AP U.S. government, and be sure to check out my videos on AP macroeconomics and AP microeconomics as well. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more content on AP government and economics. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time on You Will Love AP Gov.